Something we might take for granted, especially in our native language, is the amount of visual information that we're processing when we read. Hi, my name is Ashley, and this is Talk the Text. Now, especially if it's our first time learning a second language, we may have never considered how much visual information we're taking in when we read. Just think about it with an English sentence. I'll put an example up on the screen. The dog barks loudly. That's a pretty short sentence, right? But there's individual letters that we learned at some point. In the dog, it's THEDOG. There's also a noun, and it's in the singular. So when we see dog, our brain automatically knows it's one dog. But at some point you had to learn that, and that with dog with an S means multiple dogs. Same with barks and loudly. We had to learn the verb bark, what it means, and what form it is in when it goes with dog. And loudly, we had to know what loud means, and that loudly is referring to the volume at which the dog barks. And lastly, the punctuation at the end, whether it's a period or an exclamation point, tells us something about the sentence. Now that's a very simple sentence, but there's still a lot of information there. And I bet if I took the time, I could probably find even more things that we're taking in all at once. So don't beat yourself up when you start reading in a new language. And for example, when you're reading biblical Hebrew, there's a ton of visual information that you're taking in. And so don't beat yourself up like, oh my God, why can't I read? I just started a week ago. I just started a month ago. When there's a ton of information that's going on here. An example up on the screen, we've got different letters and the vowel pointings underneath them, and their placement in the sentence also affects their meaning. And just as in the English example, you're looking at the different parts of speech and the endings that have been added to them in order to gain the meaning. Now, these are just some basic examples, but I hope it makes you think twice when you read in your native language or if you're reading in a second language, how much work your brain is having to do, and give yourself grace as you learn to read.